Alright, good evening. Today is November 27th. It's about 10:30 Pacific PM. I'm going to get started with the euro on a smaller time frame, and I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible. These red lines I have here are very strong planetary resistance and support levels. So this here level at 1975 is a resistance level. This is a support level here at 1910. And this is also a support level of 1910. And what I'm anticipating without this is, as you can see, this on a smaller time frame, I have no Elliott counts. I'm just going based off of just support and resistance levels. I'm expecting price to break through the 1910 support level. It did earlier. So basically, earlier today, I went short at 1950. Once price went up, it came down a little bit. It came back up again here, and then at around 1950, I went short. And what I was doing was I was using just a simple moving average, a 7. Simple moving average, which is the turquoise, and I was doing a parabolic SAR. And anytime I saw price break through the moving average, then it made the short-term trend was to the downside. So when it did that at 1950, I went short, but as it came to about, it was actually 1915, right in here. At 1915, I got out because I saw this particular spike up. So I actually got out from the short, and I missed out on roughly, another 30 or so, 25 more ticks, but that's okay. And I ended up going long at 1914, and price found some support at 1891. And as you can see, price has at current, it's above the turquoise moving average. And if this plays out on a smaller time frame, this is without any Elliott counts, then my expectations, if this is just, I'm just testing it, but I am testing it with real money. What I'm expecting overnight, throughout tomorrow sometime, price will go from here and it will try to go back to this resistance level of 1975. On the flip side, if it cannot break above this 1910, well, it's going to get as close to this 1855 as possible, and then it will reverse. Tomorrow is a reversal day, and I am expecting a reverse at some point. So if price breaks this 1910, it's going to come as close to 1975 as it can, and most likely it will reverse and it will go down. So if you look at it on the Elliott on a smaller time frame, on a larger time frame, we'll have the 240. So last week we spoke about this being the end of wave 4. This was the 1-2. Last week I was expecting the 2 to come more down into this area. It went here, which is just roughly 50%, which is fine. I was just expecting it to be a deeper 2. So I missed out on the vast majority of this particular trade. I did take some profits, but not much, not nowhere near what I could have had I just went short here versus trying to wait until it went to about 16 or so. But now this is 1 of 3. So I don't believe that wave 1 of 3 is complete. I believe that this is the 1, this is the 2, this is the 3, probably the 4, and then this is a 5 for 3, or this is the 3, this is A, this is a B, and this is a C for 4, and then you have a 1 more wave up, which will roughly come to around high 119 or low 120. So it could also go to the 1975, break it just a tad bit, 1980, 1985, and then it'll start to come down. On the flip side, though, if price stays below that 1910 support that we spoke about, then it is possible that this could be the 1. And now if it goes down from there to around 1850 let's say 1840, 1855 or so, which you can see this particular Ichimoku moving average purple line is starting to move up closer to that 1855 support. Well, then this is most likely going to be A of 2 if this is the one, you'll probably see a 5-wave move down for A of 2, or a 3-way. I'm sorry. You could see a 3 or 5 wave for A of 2. Then you'll see a B, and then possibly a C of 2, which could come down to a mid 17 or lower 17 area. So that's just the euro. As you can see right now, I am down 5 pips, but I am expecting a move to the upside and then a reverse sometime tomorrow. If it doesn't happen, then I'll expect a sharper move lower than this particular 1892 level. It'll go about 30 ticks lower. Find some extreme support right here at around 1855, more closer to about 1860 or so, and then another push up. So we'll move on. That's that one. I'll go to a. So this is the pound dollar, and last week we spoke. I think we were here. It was here at around 133.40 or so. I said the price would go here or here, and then it'll have another wave up. But I was expecting this particular wave at 33.63 to possibly be the top, and then I brought in my trend lines, and I saw that it was possible that another wave would go up, and it did. It didn't get as close to. It stayed within the trend channel, so that was fine. And now, for me to continue with this particular profit, I was up like 60 pips a few hours earlier today. But I would need price to break the 32. It would have to break the trend channel in order for it to continue down to lower levels. And once it goes out of these trend channels, then it's most likely going to hit my stop. But I have my stop here at 134.40 or so, which if this is the 3 and we're still in wave 4, well then it's getting a little too close to that wave 1 right there at 34.53. So I'm not expecting it to go too much higher. If it does, then this is possible that this top we would have to reconsider that being the top of wave 4. So just keep your eye out on that, and I will have to come up with an alternate if that's the case. But if I move along to another pound, the pound New Zealand, I ended up doing pretty good in this one. So I'm up 155 pips. I think I jumped in this on Sunday, and it's doing good. As of right now, I wish I would have put a little bit more money in it, but I didn't. It happens like that. Sometimes you put a little money in there, you get a lot of pips. Sometimes you don't put enough money in there. Sometimes you put too much money in there and you take a loss. It's just trading. But if I look at this as just a regular chart, well then it's possibly that you have the 1 here, then you have the 2 here, you have the 3 here. This is a possible A here, B, and then this could be the C of 4. And then you have another wave down if this chart is correct. I had this chart labeled, however, all of my labels fell off over the weekend, so I have to relabel everything and go from there. But this is a pound New Zealand. It appears like it could be a good trade. I would need price to break the 189.72 level for this top to be in place. If not, I can expect another high, because if this could be a 5-wave move down as well. And then if you have this as 5-wave move down, you have the A, then you have the B, and then you have the C, and this can possibly be a W, and then you can have an X that will find some support here. That's still a damn good trade though. If it did go down there, you're looking at freaking $20. So that can be the X, and then you can see a Y that can come there. So this is just looking at it naked basically. So we'll move on from there, and I think I have one more chart I was looking at. That's the 3. Oh, and then last week I also was speaking about the Euro Aussie, where I thought that this was the top somewhere in here, and it shot up above me. So I had let 100+ pip move turn into just about negative. I took some profit, but not nowhere near what I should have gotten. So I had to go through and rethink it, and I'm going short again if this is the wave 1 that I expected. If price continues higher, well then this is not the one. This will be the 1, 2, and then we're in wave 3 of something. So I shouldn't be going short in a market that's clearly in an uptrend, but I was just trying to catch the end of that particular wave. And one rule of thumb is that when you're counter trend trading, it's very dangerous, and you often lose a lot more than you anticipate. When you're trading with the trend, it's the exact opposite. You actually take far more profits than you anticipate because you're trading with the trend. So keep that in mind. Don't do what I do. But I think to end this, yeah, I'm gonna end on just those. I have some more hopefully tomorrow. But to go back to that 15-minute chart of that euro that I spoke about again, if price stays, as you can see, it's hovering at this now resistance level, of which was at once my support level. So as long as it stays under this 1910, well then price is going to continue, and it's going to come near this 1855. If price does break above this throughout the night and continues, well then, as you're going to see, this simple moving average is going to start going up. Price will be above it like it is over here, and 1975 will be the area of resistance, and that will be the area where I would plan on selling, getting out basically of it. So my stop is probably going to be there, but I'm not ready to do it just yet. I need to make sure that this is something that I'm testing. So in fact, my stop may be once I go to bed, it may be around about 1875, and once I get up in the morning, I'll just rethink it and go from there if price does not go up. So hope this helped, and I'll come back tomorrow night with something different, a different market. And if you have any other markets in mind, let me know. I'm thinking about doing some Bitcoin, some oil, CL. One of the guys here wanted me to do gold, so I think I will continue doing some goals on a smaller time frame, just to get some conversations going with other Elliottians out there, and see if we can all make some money together. But yeah, happy trading, guys.